First up, Justice. What are we feeling? I feel like Justice, surprisingly, it was nearly a smash, but I think I'd have to go with pass explicitly because look at these likes, and let me just zoom in for you. Dislikes dogs. Dogs. This red flag of a human being frozen in cryosleep, stuck up with a stick up his butt and his hand permanently glued to his brow as he's stuck in a salute, brown-nosing a superior, doesn't like dogs. Absolutely disgusting. Get out of my face. Faith. I get the vibe that Faith would not be interested. If Faith was interested, I feel like, sure. With Faith, it's very much I wouldn't want to impose on them. I understand that they have their own likes, dislikes, desires. Like they like dogs. They like slow afternoons. They like gotcha and phone games and fighting games. Like they just are a cutie, which is more like I want this person to be my friend than I want to smash, right? I just want this person to have a nice time. Is that too much to ask? Charity, which is in fact 2 people, so you would have to be okay with that, which at least for me, if I wanted to disappoint 2 people, I would just have dinner with my parents. They like arguing online and they don't like long conversations. So it would definitely be like you meet up, you do the deed. It's like the wildest night you've ever had, and then you leave, and then you never speak again. I feel like if you're into that, you kind of gotta say yes. But to me, those are red flags. To me, I'm not interested. Also, they have this thing where like, the more you connect with them, the more aspects of their personality and also physicality you take on. So if you're into forced femme, that's something for you to consider. Fortitude. This is certainly one of the characters of all time, isn't it? I'm not gonna lie. This is the hardest smash I've come across thus far. I know it's your average butch lesbian. Don't shame me for that. They will, in fact, break your bed and your back and also your spirit. But what a way to go. I can fix them. Say it with me. They're my project. I can fix them. The helmet stays on for them. Hope with the helmet, I don't really mind. I'm gonna say smash. Wanna know why? Because again, they're an absolute cutie. They like video games and luxuries, baths, and holidays, and they don't like loud noises and nosy people. That's just a cutie. That's a bit of a pillow princess, but that's a cutie. But unlike Faith, who themselves I just want to be friends with, this is someone that like you could have a great time with, independent of what activities you're up to. Video games, you can play games together. A bath, you can take a bath together if you're so inclined. Holidays, you can have a retreat. You like the coat, not even the headpiece? No, they seem chill. They seem fun. They seem like a good companion, not even in like the bounce chicka wow sense. Similarly, Prudence. Man, I really was like 3 and 3 for this one. I'd say smash. Wanna know why? This isn't even the likes and dislikes. Obviously, they would wine and dine you. It does not matter who you are. You are getting wined and dined like it's nobody's business. They like neat whiskey, romance novels, trains because they're autistic, and long walks. They are the ultimate romantic. And if you happen to be AMAB, they like nuts. On top of that, their whole shtick is they like playing games and they make deals with people where they refuse to back out of their word. About half of you just had the same thoughts I had. And if so, shame on you. And the other half are like, oh, what kind of games? Don't worry about it. So yes, that is my ranking. That is my ranking of the sins and of the virtues. Honestly, with Charity, Faith, and Justice, it's really just a matter of like, they're either red flags or I don't want to disappoint them. Wait, dislikes explaining things? I need someone who can info dump about... No. Explaining things to slow people. Or do you consider yourself slow? If he or they, because remember, none of them have genders. None of them have defined canon genders. If you are someone who can keep up with someone's info dumping, they'd probably love explaining stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Long walks, talking about romance novels and neat whiskey that you don't care about, but are just excited to hear them talk about. But so long as you're responding to them and picking up what they're putting down. I also want that coat. Listen, they got drip. Even Charity's got drip. Like, look at this. Faith, like, is really just a habit, but it still looks nice. But, like, Justice. That silhouette, though. That silhouette, that's just cool. Oh, I just realized that's their foot, I think. Like, right up there. So like they're. Do you see that flexibility? Do you see that flexibility? No. I respect the aura farming. I do not respect the disliking dogs. This is an aura farmer. Oh no, I just realized they will obey any order given to them by a superior. That's either a really big plus or a really big negative for various people. Why can't you like dogs? You would have been perfect. You were the chosen one. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna go back to admiring Fortitude's muscles. You don't understand. The first time I saw them on the stream, I was just straight up like, oh. And I'm normally not like that. You can't call them your average butch lesbian when they have the ability to break every bone in my body. Okay, you can call dogs annoying all you want. They're also adorable. They're also cute. They are also silly. And no matter how much chaos they get up to, they are sweet. I don't care if a dog mauled you to death when you were a kid and then you got better. Dogs are cuties. Honestly, you don't cosplay, but it could be fun to cosplay the virtues. Imagine a group of people, all of whom decided we're going to a con and we're all going to cosplay as Charity. Charity's whole deal is that there's multiple people who are melding their personality traits and their physical appearance, where they slowly but surely look, act, and think like one another over time. So imagine you go to a con and like 5 people all agree to dress up like Charity with like the dot on the cheek and like the blindfold and like the choker and like the frilly dress and whatever. And your goal is to find the other Charities. That would be so fun. Now, personally, this is not my aesthetic, so I would not be down for that. I can appreciate drip even if I would never wear it. This is a high effort outfit. They like fashion and they like demonstrate that through their fashion. Listen, elbow length gloves, so peak. I might be pretty androgynous, but I do love me some long gloves and long socks / boots. I'm a large person. So oftentimes, even the most long-lengthed of socks really only go up to like my shins, but that's okay. Out of all of the virtues, because we had like justice, absolute aura maxing, like I'm not going to argue with that. Just, you got to learn to like dogs, dude. Even if you don't dislike them, even if you just never address dogs, don't think about them, that's fine. I can deal with that. But like, bro, friend, sis, you can't just dislike dogs like that. Then you have a Charity, who I just want to be my friend. Personally, Charity is friend shaped. And I get that like some people are into like that kind of outfit. They're into that sort of fantasy. They're into that sort of like role play. I just see friend when I see Charity. I just want to chat with this person and play games. Same with Hope. I just want to like play Marvel. I want to play a game of Marvel Rivals with Charity and Hope. I think that would be so much fun. I feel like Fortitude would just kill me. I'm not enough of a simp that I would thank them for killing me.
Are you sure about that?
However, I don't know how hard I would try to stop them, you know? It's one of those things. Oh, not Charity, Faith. Charity scares me. I'm not gonna lie. I would avoid Charity if I saw 2 identical twins who look, act, and dress similarly. I would avoid them. Personally. That terrifies me. I don't know what it is. Picking Smash on Fortitude is signing up for a... I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut at that. Or just die. I feel like it's just dying. Remember, Fortitude doesn't like people. Fortitude does not like anyone. Fortitude wants to fight stronger people, and that is it. So if you're in that circumstance with them and they're down, I imagine they're going to be their normal self, which is not very good for your physical well-being. But like spiritually, I think you'll be fine. And then there's Prudence. Honestly, out of all of them, Prudence seems the most likely for like something more, right? I feel like Prudence, the one who like likes neat whiskey and likes romance novels, and they don't like explaining stuff to slow people, but they are fundamentally someone who is very involved in like deal making and negotiating and keeping their word. That's just like a good partner. Prudence is the sort of person who, if they went off and they're like, hey, I have to go on like a world saving adventure for like 6 months, I'd just be like, you do you, I'll be here for you when you get back. And then they're like, pog. And I would know that they would keep their word to like be faithful to me, because otherwise they would literally die. which, in case you didn't know, all of these virtues from Cain have a special power that comes with them. And one of the special powers that comes with prudence is that if you shake someone's hand and they break a deal you made while you were shaking their hand, they suffer instant death. I'm good to just have faith that prudence will keep their word. Otherwise, they won't have much ability to come back at all. Fortitude would be smashing in the literal sense of like breaking something. And that's what I'm coming at it from. I don't know what you're coming at it from. I'm talking about, would I hit this person in a fight? That's all I'm talking about.